everybody, it's July 12th. It's the 12th day of the Celebrate Project. It's Pecan Pie Day today, and instead of going and making a pecan pie, I actually just went out and bought like an 89-cent pecan pie. I'm not really a fan of pecan pie, but it's Pecan Pie Day. The pecan is interesting because it's the only nut that grows naturally here in North America. The Algonquin Indians cultivated the pecan tree and used to use it in all kinds of stuff. One thing in particular I thought was interesting was it's called Palco Hicora, which kind of sounds like hickory. That's where the word hickory comes from, is Palco Hicora. It was a fermented drink that the Indians would use. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of pecan pie, but for you people, I'm going to eat this. I'm actually was going to eat it with well, I guess I don't need utensils. It's really dry. Nobody really knows where the origin of the pecan pie came from, like the pie recipe itself. It's believed the French settlers came in and they, created it because they'd seen the Indians using these delicious pecan. The earliest recorded pecan pie recipe is in 1925, and it wasn't until 1940 that a recipe for pecan pie first appeared in Fanny Farmer and the Joy of Cooking cookbooks, like the two big cookbooks. Now, an interesting side note about the pecan pie. Carol claims that in the 1930s, an executive's wife came upon a discovery for a new use of corn syrup, which is what's in the pecan pie. So Carol is kind of claiming responsibility for pecan pies. Who knew? There you have it. There's the history of the pecan pie. Happy Pecan Pie Day. Bye. Happy Pecan Pie Day. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about my mouth full. Now wait, we're not done. Because it's only pecan pie. Now wait, we're not done. Because it's only Pecan Pie Day. So I thought I would include some other things because it's also the month of blueberry. It's also horseradish month. And the third week of July is National Baby Food Month. I got some blueberries because I never actually just sat here and ate blueberries. Okay, be better than some ice cream. Now moving on, I thought this should probably escalate a little bit, and it's going to. It's also National Horseradish Month. And the store was out of normal horseradish, so I've got something called Beaver Extra Hot Horseradish. And I've never actually just eaten straight horseradish. A little history about horseradish. Horseradish has been around since Egyptian times. So horseradish has been recorded back as far as 1500 BC, which is kind of crazy. It was used as for medicinal purposes, for backaches and ointments and rubs and whatnot. It's a root which doesn't really smell by itself, but once you start grating it, or what they used to call, the Europeans used to call hoofing, where they would have a horse actually trample the root, that's when enzymes start breaking down and that signature horseradish smell is released. Commercial cultivation of horseradish, the horseradish root, which grow actually 5 feet tall, I didn't know that, began in the 1850s, as far back as 1850s, and then it was about 40 years later when it just became a booming industry, cultivating horseradish. The epicenter of horseradish growing is in Collinsworth, Illinois, where every year they actually have a huge festival celebrating horseradish. I have never sat down and, wow, that's spicy. I've never actually just dipped into horseradish before, but I'm going to celebrate horseradish now. Let's do this, right? Whoa! My eyes are watering. Ah, there we go. It's actually not bad. It's kind of weird because it really tastes like a root. It really tastes like a root. Oh, there's what I missed the first time. Alright, besides Pecan Pie Day, I'm sorry, my eyes are still watering from the horseradish, the second bite of horseradish. Besides Pecan Pie Day and Blueberry Month and Horseradish Month, Here's the one I've been dreading, but I've kind of been curious, and I think some of you might be who don't have kids, or some of you that do. The third week of July is baby food week. I walked around the store and found apple, strawberry, banana, which I figured I could probably handle. So anyway, I'm gonna try. I'm just kind of grossed out, people. I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of, I don't know what to expect. I haven't eaten baby food since I was a baby, and who remembers that? Baby food, actual baby food, like real baby food before it was bottled in cans, was just a paste and some grains and stuff that were ground together, and that's what it was. It was a paste that you fed your baby. It wasn't until 1901 there was a company called NV Nutritia in the Netherlands that began bottling baby food, or came up with a recipe for baby food. In the United States, the first commercially prepared baby food was in 1928 by the Fremont Canning Company, and then the one that everybody knows, I mean, this is Gerber, but the other company, Beecham, began bottling it in 1931, I believe. It smells like applesauce. Well, it smells like banana. I mean, it smells fruity. It doesn't smell bad. I'm expecting the worst. I should have gotten something like carrots and zucchini or something. It's not bad. It actually tastes like apples and bananas. It's not great. Actually, the more I eat it, the grosser it is. It's kind of slimy. Not good. It's not bad. So there you have it. It's July 12th, National Pecan Day. We celebrated eating a pecan pie. It's also, July is also the month of blueberries. It is the month of horseradish. And it is also the, one of the weeks is the week of baby food. How would you celebrate these? I don't suggest this or the baby food, but the other stuff's okay. So we'll see you next time. Don't eat this by the spoon.